Along the sheltered shores of Moreton Bay, you will find a coastal ecosystem made up of a mosaic of salt marsh, mangroves, seagrass and intertidal flats. Mangrove, salt marsh and seagrasses are conspicuous by their vegetation and colour. On the other hand, the intertidal flats are devoid of vegetative structure, but don't be fooled, they are a productive part of our bay. On the landward or western side of the bay, the intertidal flats are characterised by soft mud, fine sediment, particularly where the wave action is low, whereas the sand flats, which contain coarse-grained sediments, and are far more common on the islands of the eastern side of Moreton Bay. Depending on the landform and exposure to wave and currents, you'll often see local variations of sediment from fine mud areas to banks of sand flats. The soft sediment is loaded with invertebrates including mollusks, worms and crustaceans. At low tide, if you look closely at the sediment, you can detect a coloured glow on the surface caused by the presence of cyanobacteria. Formerly known as blue-green algae, these microscopic plants, along with other forms of algae and organic detritus, form the basis of the food web on the flats. Several benthic invertebrates specialise feeding on the algae, including gastropods such as whelks and snails, worms and crustaceans including specialised shrimps and crabs. Within the top layer of sediment, there are also myofauna, including amphipods and polychaetes, which in turn are targeted by crustaceans, including fiddler crabs in the softer sediment and soldier crabs in the coarser grained flats. As the tide rises and the flats become inundated, many species of invertebrates burrow into the sediment to avoid predation from fish including whiting and bream, as well as stingrays. On the other hand, many invertebrates feed during high tide. They are often filter feeders including species of bivalves and worms. As the tide ebbs, other invertebrates appear on the surface of the flats. Feeding on detritus and cyanobacteria, many make a difficult meal for potential predators due to their thick, hard shells. The receding tide also sees other invertebrates burrow deeply into the sediment to avoid predation from numerous wading birds who are specialised to extract them using their long beaks. Although the tide has receded, there remain tidal pools, sometimes caused by stingrays as well as small channels, which provide refuge and habitat for species of fish and crustacea. The intertidal flats may appear barren, however they are a rich and productive part of our coastal ecosystem. It's no wonder so many waders from the Northern Hemisphere appear here each summer to take advantage of such a bounty.